Welcome to the session on how to know your hunger type and stop cravings for food. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for taking this step and take control of your food cravings. In today's time, 90% of the population is craving for food. This craving is especially for foods which are salty, sugary or fatty. And you are not the only one who is actually craving for this kind of food. In this session, we will learn about 7 types of hunger and how you can implement or know these types of hunger and stop craving for food. Basically, whenever you are feeling hungry, you need to follow few steps and then select your food. Just by following these steps throughout the day, you can actually take control of your food craving. Isn't it exciting to know about your hunger types? So here are 7 types of hunger. Unknowingly, you will not realize that there are different types of hunger, which are eye hunger, nose hunger, mouth hunger, stomach hunger, heart hunger, cellular hunger, or mind hunger. Among all these types of hungers, mind and heart hunger is dangerous, which is actually leading you to food craving. Food is actually associated with many things. It is a social and a psychological connection between you and your family and the community where you are living. Since your childhood, food is used maybe to punish you, to soothe you, or sometimes to distract you, or procrastinate, or as a reward. Now, all these things really matter to know how relationship you are developing with the food. What is hunger actually? How do you experience this hunger? Have you ever realized that? Or have you ever paid attention to this thing? Hunger is basically a physiological experience. You feel something happening inside your stomach. But every time when you pick up food, is that the feeling which you are undergoing? Do you really feel that it's your physiological need? Maybe not. Sometimes you eat because it's time for your breakfast or your dinner or your lunch. Sometimes you eat because your friend has got something for you and you need to taste that. So there are various reasons. Hunger is basically an experience. It's a sensation. It's related to your thoughts, your emotions in your mind and your body and your heart. Whenever your body needs energy, it sends signal to your mind that you need food. That's the time when you are actually hungry. First type of hunger is eye hunger. How soothing, delicious the food is. You must have experienced this when you're passing through in a mall and you see a nicely decorated desserts, ice creams or cakes and you feel you must go and taste this. Actually, this nicely presented food is helping you in satisfying your eye hunger. This beauty of food actually satisfies your eye hunger. Japanese are really masters in satisfying eye hunger. The way they present food, the way they decorate their dining area, one must really experience that. You feel eye hunger when you are disheartened or when you are not looking at the next person sitting to you or when you are vastly dissatisfied or disconnected in this world. To fulfill your eye hunger, you simply need to pay complete attention to the food which you are going to eat. Example, it's your time for breakfast and you are having your sandwich. On your busy schedule, you are rushing and you just pick up your sandwich and go and start driving your car. In this whole eating process, you are not paying attention to the sandwich which is served to you. Instead, you should sit and pay attention to the food which is served to you and enjoy it to the fullest. To satisfy your eye hunger, you must have a nice meal at least once in a week, where your room, your dining area is really decorated, food is served in nice plates, nice bowl, salad is nicely diced and it is served in a nice plate. You should experience all these things. Feed your eyes. Feel the whole presentation. It will give you a lot different experience. Same way, another type of hunger is nose hunger. What happens when your mom is cooking something in kitchen and you immediately rectify what has been cooked? This is your nose hunger. Various times when you are craving for a cup of coffee, maybe it's your nose hunger, which needs to smell strong flavor of the coffee. Once in a day, when the food or your drinks are served to you, try and smell your food nicely. Observe, how do you feel? How do you feel before drinking that cup of tea? And how do you feel after drinking that cup of tea? This will definitely give you a lot of satisfaction. Moving on to third type of hunger is mouth hunger. Now this is the critical area for us. Our tongue has taste buds and they all the time crave for various kinds of taste. May it be salty, spicy or fatty. Basically what your taste buds want is a pleasurable sensation. And this pleasurable sensation varies from person to person. Every time you are eating or drinking food, try and observe how you are feeling. How this taste of food is making you pleasurable, or you are feeling bad, you are feeling heavy. Try to observe all those thoughts and all those feelings. Before starting your food, just take a pause. Take a deep breath and be mindful about the food which is served to you. Pay attention to the flavor and texture of the food and follow this for every bite which you are chewing. Fulfilling your mouth hunger in every meal helps a lot. Moving on to next type of hunger is stomach hunger. As we said, that hunger is a physiological sensation. So it's something feeling which you have in your stomach when you actually feel hungry. Stomach hunger is many times connected with your body clock. You feel hungry at your breakfast time, lunch time or dinner time. But it's not necessary that every time you should feel this hunger. Do you remember as a kid, when you are playing for a long time and are really tired and you're back home, you say that I'm feeling hungry. That's the time which you feel stomach hunger. And to satisfy your stomach hunger, try and select right amount of food and right type of food. Before going for your meals, just take a pause and ask yourself, how much hungry I'm feeling in my stomach. You can rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. Try and listen to your inner voice, and if it's really more than 6 or 7 points, then it's your stomach hunger and your body needs food. There is another type of hunger called as cellular hunger, which is parallel to stomach hunger. Example of cellular hunger is like you feel having fatty food in winters. Or pregnant females feel like having particular kind of food in their early months of pregnancy. This is basically your body cells are actually telling you that they are craving for some food. Rather, they are craving for particular kind of food. So to satisfy your cellular hunger, you should always have foods which are available seasonally or traditionally what we are eating during different months of the year. How much amount to eat, that is a different issue, but eating according to season really helps. Second last type of hunger is mind hunger. So your mind is exposed to a lot of information, news, researches throughout the day. Your mind knows that high-fat food is not good for you, refined flour is not good for you, but still you're craving for this. Or mind tells you that it's 2 o'clock and it's time for your lunch. Get up and go and eat your food. That's your hunger. You really need to handle mind hunger carefully and learn about mindfulness and implement these practices. To do this, simply follow few steps. Just be aware about which kind of hunger you are actually having. See how you are feeling before eating your food and how you are feeling after eating your food. Whether you feel energetic, happy, good, or you feel low, bloated. Just make note of these things. Even if your mind is craving for a piece of chocolate, eat it. But before eating that, tell your mind that you are eating a piece of chocolate. Don't judge yourself. After finishing this piece of chocolate, see how you are feeling. Are you satisfied? If your mind is satisfied, you will not go for another piece of chocolate. But if you are in a stress, if you have workload or some pending work, and you are eating chocolates or drinking coffee, but your mind is not aware that you are drinking a lot of coffee or chocolate, it will be difficult for you to take control. Only exercise and tip to take control of this is to be mindful. Relax, take a deep breath and start eating your food. Enjoy its texture, flavor, how it is presented, and how you are feeling while eating this. Enjoy that experience and follow this for every meal which you are taking. This is not a one-time task, but it's a practice which you need to follow throughout the time. With repeated attempts, you can see the difference. Actually, you can start connecting with your food. Last type of hunger is heart hunger. Do you remember when you had your meals with your family, or the holidays when you really enjoyed your snacks and your dinners along with your family, close friends? That's fulfilling your heart hunger. Even what's that special dish which your mother or granny cooks for you, which is really close to your heart? Whenever this kind of food comes in front of you, it actually touches your heart. And you remember or you correlate your memories with this food. For example, your mother prepares nice tasty parathas for you. And whenever parathas are served, you feel that warmth, that love which you get from your mother. Whenever you are feeling lonely, depressed, or whenever you are disconnected, you need to fulfill your heart hunger. For example, you are craving for particular kind of food. At the same time you are feeling lonely, you are away from your home. That's the time when you should fulfill your heart hunger. So to conclude, to take control of your food cravings, follow these following steps. Whenever food is served to you, connect with the food. Be grateful about the food which is served to you. Be thankful to each and everyone who has put in his efforts in creating this food or in cultivating this particular product. Thank God for putting in all his energy in serving this food to us. Without keeping any inhibition or negative thoughts in mind, enjoy that particular piece of food.